Aloha everyone and welcome to Skincare with Hyram. If you don't know who I am, my name's Hyram and I'm passionate about teaching you how to perfect your skincare routine. So make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you can see my videos every single week. So the other day I was doing my first ever live stream on TikTok, which if you guys don't follow me on TikTok, I just hit 200,000 followers. Yay! Thank you guys so much. I'm starting to post more content there and slowly, little by little, figuring out how to actually be entertaining. It's a work in progress. But I was doing a live stream and someone asked if I could do a review on Clean and Clear, and I basically said, I feel like I don't need to speak on Clean and Clear because I feel like it's kind of obvious what my opinions on the brand would be. But then I asked everyone, I was like, hey, do you guys want a video? What do you think? And you guys flooded the comment section with requests. Bitch, the comment section needed a Noah and the Ark. That's how bad the flooding was. I was like, oh, okay, wow, okay, I guess I'm going to be doing a Clean and Clear review. So here we are. The truth about Clean and Clear. Clean and Clear is an extremely popular drugstore skincare brand. You guys are probably most familiar with it because it was likely one of your very first introductions to the world of skincare. You were either a Neutrogenic kid, which means your family was upper middle class, or you were Clean and Clear, which means you dragged your parents to the store for skincare and they said you could only buy the cheapest one. I mean, am I wrong? Now, being 100% honest, I internally groaned a little bit when I figured out you guys wanted a Clean and Clear review because I was just like, oh my gosh, I already know what this brand review is going to be like. I already have my opinions. I feel like this is clearly obvious. Why is everyone asking for a review? And then I realized it's probably because a bunch of you guys are shady bitches that just want to see me drag a brand.
Let's not lie to ourselves.
But regardless of your intent, I'm going to go through some of their most popular products ingredient by ingredient because ingredients don't lie, bitch. And then give my final thoughts on the brand to let you guys know if I think it's worth it or not. So I'm not going to do much of an introduction for Clean and Clear. It's a really low price drugstore skincare brand that has a bunch of fun packaged products, but primarily aims itself towards teenagers who are just entering the world of skincare. This is definitely not a skincare brand that appeals to an older generation. I mean, unless you're cheap as fuck, which I am too. You do you, boo. Now, I know some of you guys are watching thinking, Hyram, I mean, the reason I like Clean and Clear is because it's so affordable, it's such a good price, and I will talk about that. Just stay tuned for the end of the video because I do have my opinion when it comes to that, because if you guys don't know, I am very cheap when it comes to skincare, but I'm not dumb cheap. I don't know if that's a term, but it is now. I'm going to be ordering these from my least favorite products to my favorite products, starting actually with an entire range of products from their line, the Lemon line. Can you see where this is going? Clean and Clear has an entire range of products focused specifically on lemon, and they advertise this loud and clear on the outside of their packaging. Now, the first time I saw this on social media, the first thought that went through my head was, are you fucking They're advertising an irritating ingredient on their packaging? Now, if you aren't familiar, I personally do not like it when I see lemon in skincare products because it can have some really irritating components. Citrus extracts are particularly irritating to the face because they are similar to fragrant components. They're usually, however, added to products to add like an exfoliating effect, but the problem is that citrus extracts are well-known irritants and when exposed to sunlight can cause sensitivity and irritation to the face, as citrus extracts are usually very unstable. And judging off the price point, I would probably say that they do not use high-quality lemon extract. One of the products, for example, is their lemon exfoliating slices, which are exfoliating wipes. When you look at the ingredients, the second ingredient is denatured alcohol. Goodbye right there. Alcohol is usually added to exfoliating wipes to help with the delivery process of the exfoliating ingredients, but the fact that it's formulated alongside fragrance and lemon extract means that it's only going to further penetrate those ingredients deeper into your skin, which is going to increase the irritation potential. The entire line is formulated with fragrance in addition to lemon extract, and when I saw it, I'm just like, Clean and Clear, what are you doing? I don't understand. I don't understand, bitch. Don't understand, bitch. If you're on TikTok, you know. The exfoliating wipes are pretty unique to that line, so I'd say if you were looking for an alternative one that's way better, the ClearSkinDays Sephora collection exfoliating wipes are great. These are formulated with Glycolic Acid and Salicylic Acid. They're alcohol-free and they're fragrance-free. Freaking awesome. Definitely better than the Clean and Clear ones. Oh, by the way, all the products that I'm talking about in this video and the alternative products that I'm mentioning are linked in the description box below. If you do feel like purchasing any of them, I make a small commission that helps to support me and my channel, and I'd really appreciate if you do want to shop, but no pressure whatsoever as always. Next is their Morning Burst Facial Cleanser. This was the very first product I ever discovered by them, and for what it looks like, probably their most popular one. You know, if I had anything positive to say about this product, I would say it now, but I don't. I don't like this cleanser because it has exfoliating beads. Now, thankfully, they aren't plastic beads like what I remember them to be a while ago. They do break down. However, you're still getting a daily physical exfoliating experience when you use this cleanser every single day. And when it comes to any any type of scrub. In my opinion, scrubs are the most harsh form of exfoliation and should only be done a maximum of once per week. If you do it any more than that, then you risk irritation, inflammation, redness, sensitivity, all these things that you just want to avoid, and chemical exfoliation is way better just in general. Not only that, the second ingredient in this cleanser is sodium laureth sulfate, which isn't the worst ingredient in the world, but it's also not that great. And every time I see it in a cleanser, I'm like, you're not being very innovative. There's a lot better, more gentle cleansing agents available on the market. Fragrance is the sixth ingredient. What the fuck? Mind you, this is a long ingredient list, so the fact that fragrance is so high up means that there's a really high concentration of fragrance, which is definitely something you should avoid. It also has grapefruit extract, another citrus extract that's very irritating to the face. And the funny thing about this product is that on the bottle it says that it has vitamin C and ginger. You look in the ingredient list and their list is so far below fragrance, which means that you're getting a less than 1% concentration of those ingredients, which is so low. And the fact that fragrance is even higher than that just means to me that this product's bullshit. In my opinion, cleansing should be a very gentle process, and you really shouldn't go in with a scrub cleanser or a highly irritating cleanser every single day. So if you're wanting a good cheap cleanser, the Simple Micellar Gel Wash, I talk about it all the time just because it's so cheap, really easy for a lot of people to get. It's at drugstores. And if you're wanting vitamin C ability, I recommend the Ordinary Vitamin C powder. I've recently been loving this one. Normally, I'm not a huge vitamin C person because I think it's so unstable when combined with water and exposed to air and light. But when it's in powder form like this and you mix it in with a moisturizer, it's way more stable. Next up is one that I've seen so many of you guys comment about, their Watermelon Gel Moisturizer. Now, their watermelon line is one that they recently released. I was most intrigued by the moisturizer, and when I looked at the ingredient list in the store, I was like, not super impressed. As far as the primary ingredients, they're dimethicone and glycerin. Dimethicone is a good silicone, and glycerin is an ingredient that's hydrating and draws in moisture from the air, but both these ingredients are extremely cheap and not anything fancy, and they're really the only two ingredients that I saw in this product that I was like, okay, those are good. And it also has sodium hyaluronate, a concentrated form of hyaluronic acid that will draw in moisture from the environment into your skin even more than glycerin. The thing is though, when I saw this product, I was like, ooh, watermelon. Watermelon extract is an amazing ingredient for the skin. It's a high source of antioxidants. But when I looked at this one, I saw that they use watermelon juice, which is essentially an extremely diluted form of watermelon extract to the point that you're getting little to no actual benefits. Usually when I see a fruit juice in a skincare product, I am not very impressed because it's so cheap. It's really not going to do anything for your skin and not that impressive. And in addition, it's labeled so low on the ingredient list that they're barely putting any watermelon juice actually in the product. It's also formulated with fragrance as well as 3 different dyes, red 33, yellow 5, and red 28, which some people can find irritating to their face. Overall, I just wasn't impressed by this moisturizer. You can find a lot better alternatives at the drugstore. And while the packaging is cute, the fact that they are repping watermelon so hard on it while putting an extremely low concentration of actual watermelon in the product is just a huge turnoff to me. An alternative lightweight moisturizer at the drugstore that I would recommend is one that I recently found. It's the Burt's Bees Daily Moisturizing Cream. This one is fragrance free and it has cotton extract, which is going to operate similarly to watermelon, but also be a skin soothing and sensitizing agent. So it's just much better. I recently talked about this in my Truth About Burt's Bees video. I'll have it linked below if you do want to watch, but I highly recommend this one as an alternative. It's a little bit more expensive, but much better. Next up is their Dual Action Moisturizer, one of their most popular products as well. Now looking through this ingredient list, I wasn't necessarily turned off, but I wasn't impressed. The good ingredients it has is glycerin and dimethicone. And then it's also formulated with fragrance, which I'm just like, god damn, Clean and Clear. Like, can we at least have one product that doesn't have fragrance? But anyway, this moisturizer is average at best. A lot of people like it because it is $5. I mean, hey, that's a fucking good price point. But in my opinion, you're much better off going with like the unscented facial lotion at Target. It's literally $3. I actually used it for a while. I enjoyed my experience. It's a good moisturizer for dry to normal skin that will literally function exactly the same at this moisturizer, but for a lower price point with less irritating ingredients. So you're much better off going towards that one. Next up is their Continuous Control Acne Cleanser. This one is formulated with 10% benzoyl peroxide, which benzoyl peroxide is an amazing ingredient for getting rid of acne while also fading any pigmentation and dark spots on the skin. I personally think that it's best in a cleanser form as opposed to a leave-on treatment because it can bleach clothing and pillowcases. And this cleanser is also formulated with glycerin as the second ingredient, which I find impressive. However, it's also formulated with, and let me pronounce this right, sodium C14 through 16 olefin sulfonate. One day I'll remember that name, but For now, no. Which is an overly stripping cleansing agent, and it's also formulated with fragrance as well as menthol. Now, I don't think fragrance is as problematic in a wash-off treatment if it has a lot of good ingredients, but it also has menthol, which is another fragrant component that also can be really irritating to the skin. Now, while those ingredients do concern me a little bit, I honestly wasn't super mad at the ingredient list of this cleanser. I think it's definitely a good one if you are wanting to get benzoyl peroxide treatment. While I don't think it's the best way of treating acne, I personally think salicylic acid is a much better alternative that has way better results, but some people are sensitive to salicylic acid, and if you're that kind of person, then I recommend trying out this cleanser. Especially for the price point, I'm personally not mad at this, but if you do have more dry skin, then I would recommend avoiding this cleanser because it could be overly stripping to your skin. Next up is their Advanced Acne Spot Treatment, which was one of the first products that I personally used from them. This is a product that you'll put directly on your pimple, and they say that it clears it up in 4 hours, but from what I remember using this product, it definitely did not. As for ingredients I like, it's formulated with 2% salicylic acid. Salicylic acid is one of the best ingredients for getting rid of acne and pimples. In my opinion, it goes deep into the pore and pushes out all the dirt and excess sebum, and also controls the oil levels of your skin so that you're not overproducing oiliness. One of the main ingredients is denatured alcohol, which usually I have a problem with when it comes to overall face products, but when it comes to spot treatments, I personally don't mind that because you're trying to get rid of all the excess sebum and oil on that spot, and you want to make sure that the ingredients can penetrate through that surface layer. So I don't find it problematic. The thing I do find problematic about it, however, is that it's formulated with fragrance. I don't understand why companies put fragrance in a spot treatment. Like, I am not trying to have a nice smelling thing that I put on my pimple. If you're not going to smell it, there's no need for it to smell nice. It's literally just getting rid of your pimple. I am Confucian. But besides that, I think it's an okay product. I mean, the price point is really good. However, speaking from personal experience, I never really saw the results that I wanted to from this spot treatment. And the best results that I've actually seen in a spot treatment is... almost dropped that. It's the Clinique Acne Solutions Clearing Gel. This one is a little bit more expensive, but you use the tiniest bit, and this one works almost every single time for clearing up acne on my face. Or if you want an all-over solution or something that's going to last way longer, the Paula's Choice 2% BHA liquid is amazing. It's the same percentage as the spot treatment from Clean & Clear, but you can sometimes use this all over and sometimes use it for spot treatment. It's really versatile and gives you incredible results. And now we get to the products where I'm like, okay, I don't hate you. I could use you with persuasion. Their Deep Action 60-second shower mask. Now, this is kind of a cool product that I don't really see very often, but it's essentially an exfoliating mask that you use in the shower for less than a minute and then rinse it off afterwards. The main ingredients it has that I like are glycolic acid, which is an alpha hydroxy acid. It's really going to get rid of the dead skin on the surface of your face, going to give you that glow, and it's one of the strongest acids out there. I think glycolic acid is so much better than a physical scrub, which is where I would recommend this product over the other exfoliating cleansers. But it also has glycerin as well as Kaolin Clay, and Kaolin Clay is great. It's an awesome ingredient for really drawing out all the impurities from your skin. So if you're someone who wants to really get that glow on, or is really oily or produces a lot of dead skin, I think this is a great product. The only thing I don't like about it, however, is that it has fragrance and menthol, but personally, because you only leave this on your face for less than 60 seconds and then you rinse it off afterwards, I don't think there's necessarily a problem with this. I would, however, recommend following up with a cleanser afterwards, because this product is definitely not a cleanser, and you want to make sure you're really getting it out of your pores after you're finished using it so that it doesn't increase any sensitivity or irritation. But I wasn't mad at it, and I actually really liked the innovation because I don't see shower exfoliating masks very often in the industry, so I think it's one of the better products that they have. And then my favorite product from them, their Acne Bubble Foam Cleanser. This one is crazy popular as well, and when I looked through the ingredient list, I was pleasantly surprised. It has 2% salicylic acid, which is awesome, and I actually a lot of times like salicylic acid in a wash-off form, especially if you have sensitive skin, because you're going to get really good results, but not leave it on your skin long enough that you could face potential sensitivity and irritation. It also has really gentle cleansing agents that aren't going to overly strip your skin, as well as glycerin. I don't, however, like that it's formulated with fragrance, menthol, and peppermint extract. However, like I was saying before, because it's a wash-off treatment, I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. I personally think this would be a great cleanser to use like once or twice a week. Definitely not every day day because that's a lot of exposure to salicylic acid and your skin could freak the fuck out. I just don't recommend harsh cleansers every single day, but I definitely think it's a good one if you have more acne prone skin, but you also don't want your skin to feel dry and tight after using a cleanser. I think this is a good one. Am I in love with it? No. But is it the best that they have? Yes, unfortunately. Which leads me to my final overall thoughts on the brand and whether I think it's worth it or not. As for things I don't like, I hate that every single product has fragrance, that they don't have a single product in their line that is fragrance free. What the fuck is up with that, Clean and Clear? Like, come on, get on it, please. I am not out here to hate every brand, and I always support any products that brands release that are fragrance free, but when a brand has absolutely no fragrance free options, they just leave me hanging. Like, I want to support you, but I can't. In addition, I was also very unimpressed by the ingredient list. I think they're very low quality. They include irritating ingredients, but the beneficial ingredients that a lot of times they tout on the outside of their products are at very low concentrations in the actual formulas. And while they do have some good ingredients like benzoyl peroxide and salicylic acid, you can find those high concentrations in other drugstore products without all of those irritating ingredients. And while I was a little bit surprised in the sense that I don't think it's the worst brand that I've ever come across, like it's definitely better than the brands that use a crazy high concentration of essential oils and claim to be all natural while charging a high price point, I also don't think Clean and Clear is that great, and I honestly couldn't in good faith recommend their products to you guys. There are so many others which I would rather recommend. And I know a lot of you guys may be watching thinking, Hyram, but the reason I like Clean and Clear is because they're so cheap. I don't have the money to spend on skincare. And girl, I understand. Let me tell you, I am a firm believer that you do not have to spend a lot of money on skincare in order to have good skin. And some of my favorite products out there are literally $5, $6, $7, $8 each. But it all comes down to the ingredient list. And I think Clean and Clear is an example of a brand that doesn't really have good ingredient lists for the price point that they charge. I think skincare is an investment. So for certain products, it is wise to spend over $10 for them just to make sure that you're getting good formulas that aren't going to overly irritate your skin, which is where a lot of times I recommend drugstore products like CeraVe. I think they have incredible formulas that are still relatively low price, but have high quality ingredients and are formulated without irritants. But there are also brands out there like The Ordinary, the InKey list, which are all really low priced. And if you are someone who's looking for really low priced products and brands, I highly recommend checking out my video about skincare for under $10. I will link it in the description box below. I go through some of my favorites. But yeah, I would highly advise not to settle for Clean and Clear just because you don't want to spend a lot of money on skincare, because there are other options out there for you. So overall, yeah guys, I'm really not impressed by Clean and Clear. I think there's so many better options out there. What do you guys think? I want to hear all of your guys' opinions in the comment section down below. I'm really interested to see if you guys agree with me or disagree with me. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to my channel and to the notification bell so that you can see my videos every single week. And I'll see you guys in the next video.